Same way, we have this pattern throughout time where people were creating magic glyphs or symbols or hieroglyphs, or trying to create certain forms of communication between themselves and physical reality to either transfer power into or from that reality, or to communicate with it in a certain way. And really strange when you realize that these petroglyphs very rarely depict normal daily life. They're always supernatural depictions of entities and what look like portals and all kinds of different stuff. And so that made me think that maybe the symbols themselves aren't really depictions of normal daily life, but trying to just tap into the natural energy of the earth or reality itself. And so I started trying to test it through meditation, different meditation methods, and then taking equipment up like tri-field meters and different ghost hunting equipment and all kinds of stuff to see if I could actually prove it. And sure enough, there's kind of patterns to it that are very interesting and I'm still trying to figure out.
You're right, but are you saying that you use the symbols to call in craft yourself?
Yeah, it's like sort of like hacking the matrix in a way, sort of like reaching out to the subcode, because really what you're doing is you're kind of like looking in the mirror and tricking your own subconscious to rewrite the coding of the matrix. And if you can sort of do that as a collective or as a community or as a village of people together, then you kind of sort of shape reality into a new level, you know what I mean, or raise it to another dimension. So the idea is that ancient people were naturally doing that in the same way that animals would migrate or in a herd, or a homing pigeon knows the way home. That ancient people that weren't all overwhelmed with modern society and things were just tapped into the energy of Mother Nature and into that sensation of their own intuition and their subconscious, and following it in the same way. And that's evident in the early depictions of their artwork and their interactions with it. And I think that's coming full circle in the fact that we see that in our modern research into this and experimentation into this and spiritual work with this, where people are learning that through meditation and manifestation and all of that, through the collective, our own consciousness is interacting and sort of procedurally generating our own reality as we go, in a way. And we might have a lot of different terminology for that, but that's sort of what's going on, and we need to face it. That reality as we know it is a lot stranger than we think. It's more like an interactive lucid dream or a virtual reality that we all share, and we have a lot of different names for it. And I think ancient people were tapped into that a little bit more naturally just because they were in tune with their environment. And we've lost touch with that, and it's starting to come back, I think.
I've been trying to figure
Wow,
out
I'm so excited about this interview. Talk about addressing the elephant in the room. Oh my word. Okay, so this is really exciting, Carl. I'm so glad we're going to have this discussion today. And, you know, that's the thing. If we're going to co-hallucinate, create, and live in this world together, this is why we have got to be so healed and so careful, because we're walking around with magic wand, you know what I mean, of what we're creating. And that's why I'm very resistant toward, you know, paranoid, negative narratives, because like we really create that if that's what we want. And someone once told me, they're like a healer, they were like, yeah, you know, we'd love to take credit for all the cool things we manifest, you know, it's like, oh, I made that happen. And then we want to walk away from all the stuff that we did that was not good. You know, it's like, yeah. Oh, well, it's like, well, you manifested that too. It's like, yeah, oh, no.
We want to judge it all. Yeah.